Well, Justin, back out in the shop. So kind of dropped a ball on my router lift extension wing that I just recently installed. Um, just wasn't in the mood really to record. I ain't gonna lie about it. I ain't trying to fancy it up and make a bunch of stuff up, but I just wasn't feeling the groove to record when I made this. But I went ahead and built it and got it installed. Um, I had a different way I was wanting to go about it, but ended up there's a habitat store here in town, and you know as well as I do how ridiculous materials got now. But I actually scored some 10 foot. It's kind of like particle board with a laminate top. I'm gonna flip you around here and show it to you, but it was $10 a piece, and so I went ahead and got enough to do an outfeed table, and hopefully I don't drop the ball and I get a good video of that. But I thought I'd go ahead and update the extension wing. I know last time I talked, this was the main my next project was working on my table saw setup and station and outfeed table because I don't have one. So, but I went ahead and I had a little bit of time and I just kind of knocked out the extension wing. It took like a day and a half or something, but yeah, I'm gonna spin you around and let you check it out. Here it is. And basically, here's some of the. See if I can get some of that. It's just the pressed particle board, and it has a really nice slick surface on it. And I recommend if you have some type of place in your town where you can, what they do is people donate, sinks, cabinets, toilets, showers, just a little bit of everything. And then they sell it, which creates jobs. So I actually, when I heard about it, I went up there and found these, and I was like, yeah, I think I'll go ahead and get a few. So, and I really like it. I have still I need to fill this in a little bit, and I may come back in and route a groove and put a T-track in here for a miter gauge later on. But I freehanded my route for the router lift to set down in. I could have took the time to set up some boards, do a fence and a guide, but I'm not too bad with the router, so I just freehanded it and got everything nice and level. So I just got to get which I have 3 or 4 routers, but one of them is dedicated to my router sled. The other one is dedicated to my engraving with the 1/4-inch bit, as well as my other one. And then I have one that's dedicated with a 1/2-inch collar. So I'm gonna try to save up and get another router to dedicate to this one. And like I said, I still have, a lot of stuff left to do on this one. As the bottom of it, I want to enclose it for dust collection, and I want to make a sacrificial fence for the table saw fence to use it on here. So, and my next plan with the that stuff that I got, being 10 foot, I guess I will try and do I want to do a mobile table saw station with the outfeed table. So I'm thinking I'm going to try and do probably a 6 foot by 8 or 9 foot footprint, and that way I can have everything covered, because as you know, the dust collection arm, and I've looked everywhere on the internet, I've not seen a dust collection arm on a table saw that mounts to the left of the blade. every one of them mounts from this side. So it'll be in the way of my router lift. So when I do my outfeed table, I'm going to extend out to the other side of the table saw as well. I'm just going to mount my dust collection arm from that side. And, you know, if I have a large sheet of plywood, which should be rare, but I can always take it off. But I didn't want to have, I haven't seen a router lift and a dust collection arm on a table saw that I have found. And I looked the internet pretty hard to see if I could find one, but I haven't yet. So I think it's going to be a new custom design. I'm sure that there is some out there. Someone has done it before, but I haven't found it. But all in all, I'm really happy with how this came out. I've been wanting this for a long time. Really, I had a router table. I didn't use it that much, and then I kind of got back into doing trims and more cutting boards. So I gave my old one away to a buddy of mine, and I decided that since I had a new or a nicer, more horsepower table saw, that it would be a nice upgrade. And the one that the guy that I got the table saw from, he had an extension wing on here. His came out even here. I just added the extra 2.5 inches onto this. That's the only thing I changed. But and like I said, the underneath of it, I'm gonna get that closed in, and so I can do dust collection and probably work on that when I work on my outfeed table and getting all my math and everything figured out there. So hopefully, when that process comes, I'll try to get some really good footage and make a video for y'all of that one. Trying to find my casters and everything. So, but all in all, this one is a much needed upgrade. So now I can do a lot more stuff. I'm gonna switch you back on me now. So that's basically it. And like I said, I was really thrilled to score the pieces that I did, you know, for $10 a piece, and they were 20% off on that. And so check out your local, you know, little Habitat or refined stores and to see if you can find some materials and stuff. But and like I said, my next goal is to step up and go ahead and do a large footprint for my table saw. And I've thought about doing it stationary, but with such a large footprint, if I ever decide to change my layout of my shop or rearrange anything, you know, with this table saw being 320 pounds, be kind of hard to move around. So I think I'm gonna make it mobile. I'm gonna make the whole thing mobile. I have these little stops that I can mount and lock down that should help keep it in place. So that's my next goal, and I hope to really get a good, you know, some good footage of that process and get something put together for everyone. And I should have went ahead and got some maple plywood while I thought about it, but now it's went up to $72 a sheet because I want to use some. I have some maple plywood. I have enough to do my tool cabinet, but I had another project that I needed to try to do, and I wish I would have went ahead and got a few more sheets before it went up. So, but yeah, after I get my table saw, outfeed table, and everything that I want on this one, then I'm gonna try to tackle my final tool cabinet build. I really had fun making this one. Like I said, this one's prototype, and I just wanted to work with it for a few years and see what I needed to change or if it worked for me at all. And it has been a lifesaver. It's as far as keeping my tools organized and keeping me organized, which the shop's still a disaster. I ain't gonna, you know, sugarcoat it, but but it still helped me as far as keeping everything in its place and organized and stuff. So hopefully my next few projects over the next, I have no idea how long it's going to take. I'm going to say 8 months. So hopefully I can get something together. And like I said, my table saw, everyone knows as well as I do as far as ripping and cutting. Your table saw is a large part of your workhorse as well as a miter saw. So this is a much needed upgrade. And so stay tuned. And if you haven't yet, hit that subscribe button and notification bell. And I appreciate everybody. Y'all keep making.